Hillary Clinton is unpacking a lot about her life in this new Hulu documentary. The former First Lady opens up about her failed presidential run and says she is the most investigated innocent person in America. But for the first time, former President Bill Clinton also revealed why he had that affair with Monica Lewinsky, saying it was to, quote, ease his anxiety, I guess like a stress ball. Let's take a look.
You've been in a 15-round prize fight that was extended to 30 rounds. Here's something to take your mind off of it for a while. I feel terrible about the fact that Monica Lewinsky's life was defined by it.
So I just want to quickly touch on this. He's never really spoken openly about it, and I've been in D.C. and I've seen him around, and that's the one question I've always wanted to ask. Do you feel like you abused your power as a president to a 22-year-old intern? And he never opens up
How
to
about just I was wrong?
Yeah,
like, why are you dragging your wife once again, who's doing a documentary on her life? That's not the entire summation of her freaking life. And then he also is embarrassing Monica Lewinsky once again. Like,
I use
leave
her
it
for
alone.
anxiety,
like she's an item.
like
she already had her last 20 years have been defined by being Bill Clinton's mistress. Enough is enough.
How about saying we were wrong because they both were wrong?
But he was the president of the United States.
I think
what are you saying?
As an intern and a president, in my opinion, the president should have higher standards. He's an older gentleman with the power. You can't do that in
Brandon, this is what I'll say, and I see where you're coming from, but like when you make these kinds of statements, like you have to understand, it's like if you're looking at like you're growing a plant in a perfect unaffected environment. Yes, you can say they should both act the same, but when they both been exposed to different environments, one plant's been stepped on, one plant's been not watered, one plant's been extreme, and one plant has an advantage over the other. You cannot compare the same thing. One was the president, the leader of the free world, and the other one was an intern that was probably in high school 3 years ago.
All I'm hearing is Monica Lewinsky got hit with weed be gone because she was a 22-year-old complicit person. She knew what she was doing, Al. She knew
exactly saying that she didn't know what she was doing.
It's even worse if you're performing these acts on the president of the United States who's married.
What if you wanted to play in the NFL? What if somebody who owned a team and said you can only get in the NFL if you do X, Y, Z?
He didn't say that to her.
I'm saying, what if that happened? What if they offered you the opportunity?
Wait, hold on, Brandon. I agree with you. I agree with you that it was consensual. I agree with you on that. Let me say that straight up. But I also think a consensual relationship can have abusive power issues.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on,
definitely.
Man. Come on, man.
If that's the case, then somebody's going to be cruising past the high school and be like, hey, man, she's 18. It's like we know there's a reason that you go after young people like that. It's because their minds are not...
22. If you're working for the president, Al,
as
your
an
mind
intern,
is
you're not supposed to be in the Oval Office in there.
All right.
All right. Well, let us know what you guys think. And as part of her media tour, speaking of Hillary, she appeared on Andy Cohen's Watch What Happens Live and took a shot at Melania's Trump's Be Best anti-bullying campaign, and then took an actual shot using a shot ski on air. Let's take a look.
1, 2, 3. Wow, that was amazing.
Honestly, this could have been in her campaign. Had she done something like this, we would have said, oh, she's not a robot, she's a human being.
You would say that's very unprofessional and becoming of a presidential candidate, especially a female candidate running. Are you kidding me? Taking
honestly,
shots?
you would have said that.
Elizabeth Warren drank a beer in her kitchen on her live feed, and everybody called her corny.
It was corny, because she's like, let me go get my beer. This seemed more like
she drinks beer. Why is it corny for a female candidate to drink beer?
Because she said it very much like, I'm going to go get my beer.
Hillary put the hot sauce on her hand before she took the shot.
Oh, boy.